Oh, what a shot there. Dropped him from that far away. That was a nice shot. Hey there, guys. Today we're going to be going fresh from level 1 on the fighter. We're going to be going with a pretty traditional thing. We're going to be running, probably not defense mastery right off the bat. I think, to be honest, we'll probably run, let's go weapon mastery right off the bat. I don't normally run this perk, but I actually like it in the very beginning when you don't have any gear, and so you can just use pretty much whatever you get your hands on. Again, valuing that versatility. We're going to get straight into it, but I just want to say, guys, if you watch the video and you enjoy it, I'd appreciate likes. If you want to see more like this, I really appreciate subscriptions a lot. Okay, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, hey there, guys. So today, of course, we're going to be playing as a fresh fighter, straight from level 1. Now, the reason for this is I kind of wanted to do something from like a point of view of like a newer player. Although we are going straight into Highroller, so I guess immediately that kind of makes it not the most new player friendly experience. We actually already got 2 pretty decent gloves off the bat. I'd normally prefer the Vigor, but in fact, honestly, I think we will go for the Vigor. Although those other ones are solid as well. Now, we're not going to be going really for AP much, so we probably will actually store gear. We're not doing a hardcore thing today, so we're not going to be deleting this character. Although, actually, we probably will at some point, because I already have a fighter, I don't really want to. I normally just delete this character to do whatever kind of videos we're having at the moment. Going immediately into Highroller, not advised for new players. However, if you've got some experience under your belt, you know roughly the attack patterns of most mobs, you should be okay. Just make sure you're patient with the PvE. I was talking to a friend recently and I was saying it's like something like Dark Souls, right? Where you just have to be patient and you'll be okay against most mobs. At least not the, at least most of the normal ones. Maybe not the actual really dangerous ones like the Wraith and the Skeleton Champion, stuff like that. Cockatrice also. The Cockatrice you just have to cheese, basically. I don't know. Maybe there's a way to not do it, or to do it without cheese, but so much easier to just cheese it. Right. Really good loot here. Lots of boxes. One of the best, or some of the best, like, loot on the map here in Ruins. Just on this bridge due to all the boxes. Aside from that, of course, the cemetery, very good as well, over to the southwest of us. Also down the well to the west of us, but probably a lot of players over at the side of the map, so we're gonna just probably not PvP too much at the moment. We're just gonna look for whatever upgrades we can. As always, I don't really like running plate boots, however right now I think those are just so much better that we're kind of forced to. The reason with plate boots is you're so loud. I feel like it makes you... Now this is like kind of unscientific and everything, it's just what it feels like, but it feels like people are more likely to focus someone who's wearing plate boots rather than someone who's not wearing plate boots, so immediately just feels like it puts you down at a disadvantage. Let's drop the hatchet, keep the lantern. I suppose we could have actually kept these things. There's another box here, a few more chests here. We'll grab this shrine, then I guess we'll head over to the west and see... Nice potion. Always nice to find meds. Honestly, maybe we should just head south, to be honest. Yeah, let's do that, actually. Let's head south immediately. There's quite a few more boxes here. Might have to do a little bit of PvE, but no worries. Might aggro these little insect things. These honestly, these drop like better loot than most mobs in the game, so these are actually not bad to kill. A bit annoying when they take 2 hits, but oh well, it'll be alright. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and take a look at what they had. Okay, pretty low tier loot. I don't know, I feel like from those things I get jewelry quite often compared to most mobs where you just get, you know, some like white trash weapon. Bad damage there. Completely unnecessary, unfortunately. That's what I get for not being as patient as I should have been, I guess. Remember as well, you can always cleave your attacks through multiple, like, enemies at the same time. Both PvP and PvE. Wow, purple occultist hood. Wish we got that when we were playing on the, Warlock yesterday. That would have been a nice find. Is it actually any good? It's not bad. It's got some useful stats. Interesting. Okay. I was gonna say, because someone spawns here, so... For this to be unlooted, that would be a bit surprising. However, it looks like they just immediately opened this door and run south somewhere. So, let's go ahead and just see what kind of loot we can get our hands on. Finding a crossbow would be really great. That's a pretty terrible, well, it's a spellcaster kettle hat, knowledge, magical power, spellcasting speed. Would be very good if we had any spells, but we don't. We're a fighter. So, right. Looks like these... Is this skeleton swordsman already died, or have we just somehow not aggroed it? I guess it's already dead. Now, you see this green horseman's axe is actually probably, like, worse than the arming sword. It does slightly higher damage, but it slows us by more, but screw it, let's try it anyway. Honestly, the rapier would probably be a better use. Alright, let's pop a bandage as well. We won't quite get to... Oh, wait, maybe we will. No, we won't quite get to full HP on that. We would have if you used the other high tier bandage, but it's actually blue. Well, let's just not worry about it for now. Now, the horseman's axe... One of the worst weapons in the game, honestly. The worst one-handers, anyway. Low damage, slows you as much as a two-handed longsword. I don't understand the balancing on this weapon. My theory is it's balanced for the barbarian axe perks, which people just don't take. So maybe this is okay if you take every single axe perk, but it's just worse than most things. Okay. Okay, interesting. I did actually want to try something like this. I did want to try a, not full PDR, not Slayer, but like a two-handed variant with like a Chapelle de Feu, probably dark plate armor, because I think dark plate armor is probably just the best chest for the fighter. And then also probably... Well, probably not much other plate either. Actually, yeah, let's just take a white arming sword over a green horseman's. Gonna be a lot better. Let's quickly go and destroy this real quick. However, I do think the halberd is probably better than the bardiche, but I know the bardiche is, like, kind of okay. It's not horrible, I just don't really like its attack patterns that much. But you do, of course, get, God, if I can actually ever hit this. You do get access to block with the bardiche, which might be useful sometimes. However, it's quite a thin block, it's a bit difficult to use. You have to be quite good at actually blocking. Okay, now while these give less stats, they aren't plates, so I think we're going to be taking them just purely off that basis. We can actually use throwing knives because we have weapon mastery. Normally you can't as a fighter, which is a little bit weird. I don't know. We'd kind of expect fighters to be able to use those. I guess this has very good box breaking capabilities. If you hear that, there's someone into the east. Let's have a quick look. Those are actually pretty good lightfoots. I think we will actually take those, to be honest. We can hold on to what we had before for now. Every now and then, decent idea just to look up to see if the, well, A, if there's anyone up there, or B, if the mobs are aggroed on anyone up there. Or if the mobs are gone. Okay, nice shield. I say nice shield. It's an alright shield. It's not amazing, but it's okay. Definitely an upgrade either way. Yeah, like I was saying, I think the halberd... Oh my god, okay, those are solid gloves. Let's take those. 5 strength, magic res, fizz damage bonus. Really solid. Right now, we're looking for a better chest, better helmet, better legs. Aside from that, we do have some pretty decent pieces right at the start of this. Because this is a very low ranked lobby, I mean, we're literally level 1. This is the lowest rank it can possibly be. Let's go through here and see if the cemetery is actually looted. I have a feeling, perhaps at very low rank, people actually just don't even know how good the loot is here. Someone has looted a little bit, but it looks like they've left some of the tombs. I imagine the raw coffin is gone. Yep, it is. Just make sure there's nothing left in here. No, okay. Well, honestly, these stone tombs also give pretty good loot as well. One more thing about this video, we probably won't be doing too much PvP. Like, we're definitely okay to engage in PvP if we do get some. However, we're down a lot of our perks. It's generally not a wise idea, and I did kind of want to try and make this a bit more new player oriented. I suppose I probably shouldn't be playing a bit of an off-meta build. Okay, this is where you loot these areas in here. Very nice. Actually, a solid cape. Like 3 dexterity, 2 true fizz. And we got better loose trousers. Got a little bit of action speed. Let's actually check our action speed right now. 5%. So we're attacking 5% faster than the average fighter with like base stats. Not too bad. It'll help us out with our bardiche. Dexterity is the primary like contributor to action speed, along with, of course, action speed rolls on gear. So dexterity is a pretty solid stat. I think agility does give a tiny little bit as well. But it's quite a limited amount compared to... inventory's a bit of a mess already. We can definitely drop like a lot of this stuff though. Especially because we're probably going to be going down to crypts. Can we not use the bodies by default? No, we actually can't. Someone's through here, I can hear that. We might try and fight them. Or at least see what class they are. It sounds like they're in this tower. Yeah, they definitely are. You can see the light through the wall. Okay. They're up at the top. It's very possible that they actually just died. I think they just died, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, well, I went up here to kind of try and fight them, but looks like we won't have to. Strength now amulet, perfect. Well, not perfect. It's alright. Yep, it was a... Is that a ranger? I can't exactly tell what that is. Nice. Wow, I'm honestly surprised. I know we hit this in the wing, but either way, I thought it still would have died. Let's go take a look. I mean, we can definitely take this guy's bow. Honestly, I think we will. So, let's drop that. Let's drop those as well. Let's store this shield. Let's take the Bardiche and let's take their... Oh, they have, like, no arrows for us, actually. Okay. Well, let's take this strength chest piece. Aside from that... we probably should be taking some of these treasures. I guess let's just grab those. And... Yeah, that'll do for us for now. Do they have... They have literally 0 arrows left, which I guess explains why they died. So, I found out recently, I think... Whoever commented saying that portals are worth 30, red portals actually are worth 30. It's just blues are only worth 10, so these things are absolutely crazy levels of AP. Like, way too high, to be honest. Someone is still here. Someone's within our VoIP range. No idea where. Trying to listen out, but can't quite hear anything. There's a lot more AP down there, but I want to loot this chest to see if we can get anything more usable, and then we're just going to take a red down into the next level. Okay, let's just take this red down. Could have went and got a little bit more AP, but we'll probably be okay. Let's actually just use this bandage. Okay. That took us forever to load in. So, getting a bow is nice. We, of course, have weapon mastery, which is why we're allowed to use that. It's actually why we're allowed to use both of our weapons right now. Warmaul. I don't really like the Warmaul. Let's probably drop some of this stuff then. Let's drop... white throwing knives... We do have a decent amount of throwables, which I like. Let's drop white treasures as well. We're not going to need any of these white treasures. We can definitely do better than white treasures. Okay, perfect. Right, green diamond's decent. Let's grab this shrine. Let's... where should we head? I think let's head into... This is the room of the skeleton champion, right? Yeah, it is. I believe. Yeah. I forgot to pick up the torch, unfortunately. Let's try and aggro the skeletons without aggroing the champion. Someone informed me of a good way to actually cheese the champion in here, which is a lot more consistent, so we'll try and look for that. I think there's maybe a ranged skeleton in there. Couldn't hit him. Okay. Alright, this might be a little bit awkward. Right, I'm not sure exactly how we're going to do this. I guess we probably shouldn't have aggroed the ranged skeleton. What we can do is, now that they're probably going to lose aggro as we shut the door, let's loot up here. Okay, some arrows is nice. We can probably use the arrows to take out the skeleton. The crossbowman, that is. More throwables. I guess we'll grab some of them. If we could find some more arrows, that would be ideal. I'm not sure... Ooh. Nice. Okay. So let's go through. Let's make sure we reload our bow first. I think there might be another skeleton. Yeah, there's one that we need to spawn in there. Again, let's just be patient. Let's not aggro the champion yet. Wow, really high damage, especially seeing as we're doing a 10% penalty. I guess it is 56 base damage. Right. So, we're probably gonna... Oh, okay. I was gonna say, we're almost certainly going to aggro the skeleton champion here. I'm just trying to kill the little ads before we actually kill the big one. Should make it a lot easier to deal with that way. Let's try and kill this ranged one, and then we don't have to worry too much about the rest of them. Okay, perfect, actually. This guy randomly came over to this side. Right, I guess we were doing more damage, or we two-hit the other one due to the second and third attacks in your combos generally do more damage than the first one, which is probably what happened there. Can't even see this skeleton. Let's try not to let him destroy the door. Hopefully we can actually drag him out this way. Now we can try and, yeah, dodge that easily enough. Oh, I've missed so many arrows, I actually don't think it's going to die now. Right. Let's just use some throwing knives. Okay, perfect. We actually did kill it there. So, I'm not sure exactly where it is to choose it. I think it's on, like, one of these shelves. Yeah, okay. I jumped off there. I was trying to see if it was... Alright. Let's kill the other little skeleton first. Honestly, I guess with the Bardiche, a long-range weapon, you don't have to worry too much about standing here. I say that. Maybe not. Yeah, I guess with something like a Bardiche, it doesn't really matter too much. But I think that is the location that they mentioned. This little shelf here, wait for him to come back. I'm not sure if he can actually hit us here or not. Let's actually just full crouch and see if he can hit us. It actually doesn't, because I believe its shield slam is like the biggest hit that it has, like with the most area. Bit awkward to hit it here with the Bardiche. Keep hitting its shield, actually. I'm trying to hit it in the chest. Yeah. Let's not do that. It's probably a lot better if you have a weapon with a normal attack pattern, but the Bardiche is such a... I honestly really dislike the attack pattern, but... I did want to try some of the longer weapons, like the, mainly the halberd. The halberd is one which I think is maybe the better ones. Okay, I mean, well, I guess we'll take a Blue Horseman's Axe just to sell it. There is quite a bit of loot in here, so let's go ahead and grab some of this. Let's go and grab our arrows from the skeletal crossbowman. Oh, a longbow. Okay. Well. We can definitely make sure we grab a few more arrows. Longbow is a pretty nice pickup. God damn, I wish we had our torch. Arrow, arrow. Okay, perfect. We're going to take a little bit of damage here, but don't worry about it. We'll be fine. Survival bow. Throwing. Let's take a few more Franciscas. There's a bigger chest in here. We're not going to loot everything in here now, because... we don't want to take too much damage from the zone. We don't have a huge amount of meds. We're still on our first run, of course. Dark plate armor. Okay. That is a nice find. At this point, let's drop that shield. Let's grab a few more arrows. And by a few more arrows, actually quite a lot more. We're not going to be going through the middle part of the map because there is actually like a huge amount of PvE in there. I guess we could for XP. I think what we're going to do is we're going to use... Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, nice. There's another... Oh, nice. Oh, it's actually a lockpick one. We do have lockpicks, but I don't think there's any point of actually picking that lock. Not going to be worth it. We're going to get better loot just from around the map, I do believe. Another horseman's. Let's just leave it. Well, we can definitely vendor some of these things. We're in Highroller, so we can probably get better loot. Even if it's just other better things to vendor. The skeleton is up above, I believe, so you don't actually have to worry. Can't get here. Let's make sure we actually use some of these meds. Let's just pop both our bandages. Hopefully we can get to full HP. Don't think it'll be... Actually, no, we will be full HP. Perfect. Okay, right. Another bandage. The death skulls, again, are another pretty good thing to loot. They give, quite often, as you can see, bandages. Or also, they also give... jewelry somewhat often, and also throwing weapons. Especially if you're a fighter or barbarian, make sure... Or rogue, I guess. Make sure you're looting those. Francisca's and throwing knives are actually really solid. We got another helmet upgrade. That's a really good find. Let's try... It's time to drop those. More rawhides. I guess we'll take rawhides instead of the oil lantern. Now, I don't think we're going to be going to hell. Our inventory is already pretty damn full. Well, we could definitely upgrade some of our pieces. I think right now, honestly, we have a pretty decent kit. This is kind of the thing that I wanted to run. Did we just go longsword instead of bardiche? Like, the longsword is definitely a better weapon, and also we won't have to get the 10% physical damage loss on the bardiche. However, this bardiche might be better than this longsword. I'm not sure. I think, yeah, I think we will. Longsword is just a more fun weapon as well. If we get a halberd, now that might change my mind. But a bardiche, yeah, let's go for the longsword. We've got longsword, longbow. We're a very long bow right now. Lots of PvE in this room, but there is some decent loot in here, so it's not too bad of a place to clear. I was trying to kill that. I guess we should just use the longbow. The only problem is with the longbow is the fighter. Of course, you don't get any of the perks to, like, draw your weapon faster or anything. Sorry, draw your bow faster. You don't reload faster. But, you know, you also get access to better melee weapons for when people actually push into you. Honestly, I'm impressed with how good our kit is already. This is probably a lot better than you can expect to get on average for, you know, just an average fighter game. Well, not just fighter, but... yeah, it must have weakened itself on the traps. Oh my god, so many arrows. Of course, don't get the big headshot multiplier as well, like Ranger does. Now, what we're probably going to do is we're probably going to go into the zone a little bit, take a little bit of damage from this... Or to get this, chest if we have enough time. We will have to clear some PvP, sorry, PvE, so maybe we won't actually have enough time. Right, okay. I'm not sure if we will. I don't think we'll actually have enough time, so let's actually just open up all these portals, reload our bow. We'll check that big chest over there. It's not a lion's head or anything, but it is still a decent chest. Let's stock up on arrows again as well, from whichever mob had the arrows. Oh, it's from this archer, actually. Hopefully we can get something better. Unfortunately, we lost both of our torches, but not that big of a deal. At this point, we could maybe get away with running the plate boots, but I mean, what's our move speed with nothing out? 274, like we're actually pretty fast still. Probably primarily due to these loot boosts and lightfoots. Okay, anyway, that's a good enough run. Let's head out and see what we got. 840 AP, of course, no penalty right now. It's starting right from the bottom. Level 7 from that one run, so nice. We are going to be able to get an additional perk slot. Now, we do have quite a few options here. What do we want to go for? Projectile resistance is just an always solid, decent perk. Combo attack, I don't think is actually that good. It seems kind of buggy, I don't know. Sometimes it just doesn't proc. Counter attack, very good option if you are blocking consistently. We have a long sword, so we could, but, you know, it's a bit more skillful. I don't think it's that necessary. I don't think we're going to be going for that whilst our perk slots are quite limited. What we will probably end up going is just Swift. How much move speed do we gain? We gain like 9 movement speed from running Swift, so I think we will actually just go ahead and run Swift right now. Probably a pretty good option. Alright, let's go ahead and vendor all these things and see how much money we got from this. That's 345 from the treasures that we had. And then from the other various items we have, an additional 134. So that's almost 500 gold, a pretty decent kit. We do have some gold to spend. It's unfortunate that this Ring of Vitality is actually gingerbread. If this was gold, we would buy it. Right now, this Dark Plate armor is actually pretty solid. The armor rating on it will give us quite a nice defensive bonus. Unfortunately, there's no jewelry here, so we're not going to be buying any. Instead, let's just go ahead and make sure we're stocked up on meds. Let's go ahead and buy a campfire as well. Always want to bring a campfire in as a fighter if you're bringing any sort of gear in. This is too many Franciscas, to be honest, but it's okay. We'll keep them all for now. Our inventory is quite a mess, but it'll be okay, hopefully. I mean, I guess we might as well accept every quest. We're definitely not going to be focusing quests, but I guess we'll utilize what we can. And let's go ahead and head into Goblin Caves. Haven't done any Goblin Caves in a little while, so hopefully we can just get in, get enough XP to get level 10, and head out. Okay, hey there guys, we're into our first Goblin Caves. Now, there are actually a few wizards in this lobby, but the good thing about running the Dark Plate Armor is we actually have, you know, we take a 6th less damage from magic damage, which, if you're running the Fine Curse, you are slower, which hurts that matchup a lot. Okay, that's bad damage. And also, you generally have negative magic resistance, which just means you absolutely just get destroyed by wizards and warlocks. I actually forgot to buy bandages. That's quite unfortunate. Damn. Okay, well, we have plenty of meds. We just don't have, like, the ideal meds, I guess. Let's check this Phoenix Choker. Pretty terrible, but I guess at least the mods... Oh. At least the mods synergize. That's people who are, like, new and don't really understand what items are worth and things. It's hard to say, you know, this will be worth X amount, because the market changes all the time. However... Okay, I thought this guy was going to aggro. The important thing to note is just, do the mods synergize together? Do they work together? Because if they do, that's a good combo, of course. Now, it's pretty obvious in hindsight, but something like magic damage... Oh, sorry. Magic damage and spellcasting speed, of course they're synergized, right? In most situations, something like a warlock who's playing with the crystal sword and playing without any spells won't get any value from that, and smite cleric will get a little bit because they generally still have to cast spells, but it's not that this is a high tier neck, right? It's still, at the end of the day, green. Most greens are not going to be worth... Maybe if you get an insane green, it might be like 200 gold, but usually they're worth like 100 max. So... But I'm not someone who trades a lot either, so I'm... There's someone, like, right here. Let's go take a look at what they are. I think it's a rogue in stealth. What we're going to do is pop a protection pot. I may have misjudged. Well, they missed a perfect diamond. And a blue bangle. I think I misjudged. Either that or this guy has... or this is a rogue and they're just sitting here in hide mastery. Interesting. I guess either way I must have misjudged something there. Ooh. Wow, okay, those are probably nicer gloves. I do think heavy leather legs are an option for a build like this, but they do make you quite a bit slower. And of course, in solo, you truly need to, like, balance your stats. You can't really go full damage and full tank, because you're never really going to be that tanky against wizards as a fighter. So if you're not careful, you definitely might get yourself, kited. You can also just, you know, take these things off during fights, but then you're having to micromanage these things. Definitely does help. You do lose magic resistance, but generally the speed is probably going to be more valuable against wizards and things, warlocks, than having a little bit of magic damage reduction, because it's not really enough to make much of an impact. Let's head down here. There's usually pretty good loot down here on these shelves. Hopefully the goblin doesn't steal out kill. Okay, he actually did there. His poison. Unlucky. Normally doesn't matter. I guess you lose a tiny bit of AP, but the AP you get from monsters is so low. But right now we need the XP, so that's the annoying part. We do, of course, also have the longbow. However, honestly, for PvE, I'm probably not going to be using it too much, just due to how slow that we actually are utilizing that, how much it slows us down, how slow our reloads are. I think hopefully we should just be able to burst this guy. Okay, perfect. Right. Now make sure you loot everything on these shelves. You can get some really good items from here. Or you can get just loads of cracked bangles, I guess. Yeah, pretty low tier loot, honestly. You don't normally get this unlucky. Right, let's have a look. Pretty decent pendant. Honestly, probably better than ours. Let's go ahead and check our action speed. 6.8, so that's 1.5% action speed there from 2 dexterity. We also get a little bit of extra health and projectile damage reduction. The interesting thing about projectile damage reduction is it actually works on, like, projectile spells as well, such as, like, Fireball if you get direct impacted, Magic Missiles, Ice... What's it called? Ice Bolt. Now, it's not going to make us super tanky against wizards, it never will do, but it can help a little bit in certain situations. This is one of the levers I was talking about in the previous video, where it's, like, buggy as hell and you have to get it, like, perfect. Oh, no, that's roaster. Maybe you just can't interact with this. There's got to be some way you can, but I don't know, like, what the angle is. Nah, whatever. All it does is it opens up this little hidden part here, and there's, like, another chest and, like, a skeleton body on the floor. I'd be surprised if we don't get much PvP. That's an okay recurve. I guess we'll hold on to that for now. Notice we can actually use the crystal sword as well because of weapon mastery. Pretty fun little interaction. The only thing to note is, of course, we're not going to be that tanky until we're running, like... You're never going to be that tanky if you're not running, like, full PDR gear versus, you know, physical damage classes. We're at 35%, which is okay, but we're still kind of going to get shredded by most things. It doesn't turn you into a tank. It just reduces your incoming damage that you take a little bit. Not much at all. So that's one of the things I say. You still have to play like you're squishy as you're playing this kind of build for a fighter. Because you are still pretty squishy. Especially not having a shield. Rangers might just have like a field day with you. Or fighters with crossbows. The crossbow is probably going to be much more effective than this longbow that we're using. Ideally, we can find a crossbow. I guess we could have just bought one. And then we could actually just swap out the weapon mastery perk and take something a bit more useful. Whether that's the armor rating, or maybe counterattack, or the projectile resistance. I don't know, there's quite a few good options. Fighter has pretty good perks in general. Although, I think the class that has, like, the best perks is probably Rogue. Like, Rogue has so many different options. Like, if you could have, like, six different perk slots, I feel like Rogue would be the class that probably gets the most out of it. Nice, another campfire is decent. We'll take a Potion of Enemies just in case. No one's within our VoIP radius. Okay, I said that and then immediately someone appeared within our VoIP range. And then left again, so they must have just been on the edge somewhere. Yeah, I hear someone up to the north. I think they're actually above us as well. I'm down to take a fight right now. We will be a little bit weaker than we should be, of course, due to the perks. They're up there, whoever that... I'm not sure what class that is. It's a decent Viking sword, but... I don't think Viking sword's only good if you're a barbarian. I wouldn't recommend it if you're playing fighter. Even though you can use it without weapon mastery, even. It's just... Yeah. It's just, the attack pattern's not ideal. It's kind of low range. Can we go up and peek our heads? Wait. This was not a wise decision, I'm just gonna be honest. Did they die, or like, what happened? Oh. Thank you to this archer helping us out. took a one hit there, but it's okay. This time we should remember to actually buy meds, or buy bandages, that is. Again, you can loot these mobs, but just in general, they're just gonna have generally low tier loot, so it's not really worth it too much. We'll probably be leaving soon, as quite often it feels like in Goblin Caves you're struggling to find a portal in the current iteration towards the end. I guess right now there's plenty of options to come back and just pick up one of these portals if anything does go wrong. So I guess what we actually will do is greed a little bit more. I'm not sure what's happened in this run. There were loads of players in the lobby. Well, there's a wizard that's gonna go and extract, and there's nothing we can do about it. Unless we just hit a random headshot and one-tap him. Oh, we got a bit stuck there. Oh, thank you. Bad miss there, unfortunately. If we hit that throwing axe, I actually think he was going to die. I missed one longbow shot. Or at least one. One was like the game decider there. There's plenty of portals back behind us, but we might as well open this, get a little bit more AP, a little bit more XP, do a little bit more looting. We still have a decent bit of space before we have to leave. We just need to make sure we're listening out. In case anyone's going to sneak up on our portal. Or on us, but more likely our portal. Let's just grab whatever random things we can, and let's probably head out of here now. Pretty safe Goblin Caves run. Did try and take the PvP. Generally a pretty poor matchup against... see that? There's a bowler slinger there attacking. They actually just left. Alright, well, whatever. Let's just get out of here. Against the wizard, but we do have probably the better variant of fighter for fighting wizards, except maybe Slayer. Slayer fighter might be better overall. Okay, perfect. We did actually get level 10. Now, we could buy a crossbow. That might be a better idea, so for now, let's just stash away this longbow. Let's actually stash this recurve as well. Pretty decent recurve, I'm not gonna lie. Let's sell these riveted gloves. Let's sell these riveted gloves. We have so many Franciscas. It's actually really nice to have this many Franciscas. Stash away the quest items. Probably not much money. Let's take a look. Yeah, only 127 from treasures. We really didn't loot that much in that run. I guess maybe the new Goblin Caves, I'm just not that good at looting yet. Oh, those are pretty good heavy boots. I mean, those are good Lightfoots as well. Let's just save those Lightfoots for now. And we can even save those. Let's sell the riveted gloves, 48 gold from those. Stash this necklace, because we already have one. Stash that for now. We can maybe sell it if we want to on the market later on. We're not going to be doing any trading right now, but let's go ahead and make sure we actually buy bandages this time. And let's buy one more potion just to stock up our little stash. And I think all looks good. We don't need 2 surgical kits. We don't need 2 campfires. That means we can put potions there. I don't like not having a torch. Let's go ahead and buy 2 torches as well from the woodsman. Let's also go ahead and remember to buy our crossbow. Almost forgot there. We will actually pay double the price for an extra 4 damage. That might not be worth it, but we have the gold right now to spend, so it seems like a decent option. This actually means now we can drop weapon mastery. We don't need it for the longsword or the crossbow. And now we will probably run defense mastery. Gives us another 5% PDR. And then again, there's a few decent options here. Adrenaline spike's okay. Projectile resistance is okay. Counterattack is okay. We're probably not going to be blocking too much with the longsword. I'm not the most confident at blocking with the longsword, so I think we'll probably just take something which is always pretty decent, and we'll take projectile resistance. Okay, hey there guys, we're back into ruins. We got the cemetery spawn, so we're going to try and do the strategy again where we just basically immediately go for the royal coffin and then probably leave. Very good loot here, as I say. Get in one poke, get him to fireball the wall. Hopefully he's in the radius of that. You hear that? There's actually someone in plate coming down here. Got one shot, but it was pretty low on his body. This guy's pretty low gear, actually. Again, it's plate boots. That's the reason I went after him, because he's so loud. Make sure he doesn't hit us. If he hits us with that fireball, it's gonna hurt. Okay, perfect. Get the drop on him. Let's quickly loot the skeleton mage. We'll probably go north and actually play against, or go ahead and see what that guy's doing in there. Unfortunately, we did pull this skeleton, so we're gonna have to spend a little bit of time. Just keep baiting his attacks so he can't actually hit us in here, or can't trap us in here any further. Make sure we loot the raw coffin. Ideally, we're looking for some jewelry. Okay, some jewelry we can equip, I guess I should have specified. Right, let's go take a look to the north. Plenty more good loot here, so... honestly, because this is outside the zone, people probably won't come here, especially due to how low rank it is. But let's go ahead and see what happened to this guy. Okay, it looks like he's dragging all the mobs over there. So, it's probably okay for us to just come and take whatever loot we want from in here. Although, I'm actually wondering if this guy died. It looks like he may have died. Just due to the fact that the PvE's all de-aggroed. I imagine this guy's gear is quite low. Just kill the wisp. They're kind of annoying mobs to fight, the wisps. Try and bait him to hit the skeleton, speed it up a little bit for us. If he steals our XP, it's fine. Okay, perfect. These can drop some rare items. Ruby, we don't need a white ruby. They can drop some, I forget what it is, but some item that's specific to them, which is like worth a lot in trade. It crafts into the high tier gear. There's actually an armor there. The armor is also another option for the helmet in this run, if it's any good, or in this kind of kit. It's just the more offensive oriented one, whilst the Hound Skull is the more defensive oriented one. This may have been a misplay, actually coming here instead of just looting all the stone tombs. The stone tombs are so good. It's a shame that's will and magical power. Like, I guess we can take it, because we'll probably end up vending that. But if that was, physical power and vigor or something, we honestly could, or essentially more move speed as well, we could probably swap out. Like, what are we with our longsword out? Oh god, we're only 250 now with our longsword out. I guess when we do use our sprint, we will actually be, like, 300, so we will be pretty fast. We'll be, like, on par with, like, rogues and things. Whilst they, have their daggers out, which have very little movement speed penalty. Like, I think sprint is, like, the most important ability for the fighter. Maybe when you're newer and you're not as good as the game, second wind might be a bit more important, but... I don't know. I just feel like sprint is probably the actual, like... It's not underrated because almost everyone uses it, but... I think it still might be a little bit underrated. People don't value it as good as it is. I swear I just heard someone... Yeah, there. There is someone, like, right on the other side of this wall. Couldn't see what class they are. Alright, fine. Now, if it's a rogue... that's a... No. I think it is a rogue. I think they're in stealth. No, okay, they must have just left somewhere. Or died. But I didn't hear anything attack, so I can't imagine they died. I did want to quickly check that bug that we killed there. I'm not sure if the crossbowmen actually have armor pen on their crossbows, like normal player crossbows do. But I assume they do, so they probably hurt quite a lot as well through our PDR. More bolts. We don't really need this many. We can absolutely drop another... Or drop the secondary stack if we need to. We also honestly have way too many Franciscas. But for now, it's okay. We'll probably use quite a few if we actually get into a fight with someone trying to kite us. So, don't have to worry too much about it. Very dead raid at the moment. Or raid game match, I don't know. It's almost destroyed some of the boxes here, but not all of them. Why is this occultist hood so, like, flat? Let's pick it up. Yeah. I was gonna say, there could be a bangle underneath it or something, so... I kind of feel like I want to do a little bit of PvP. Let's go and see if we can find another player. We do have plenty of crossbow shots left as well. Someone's within our VoIP range, but they could kind of just be anywhere. Oh. Anywhere, like right there. Why is everyone using the longsword recently? I'm not sure if this guy wants to fight, or if he's, like, kind of worried. Okay, he does definitely want to try and fight. We're gonna have an honorable longsword duel. Alright. Alright. He's gaming. Okay. Well, honestly, he had a pretty good start. I was kind of getting a bit worried. I was thinking maybe I was going to have to proc our second wind. But we outgeared him so much that we didn't really have to actually hit him that many times. Pretty low skill longsword duel there. I'm not really sure exactly how you parry it. Looks like he may have been practicing his parry. Oh, let's take the bones. Ooh, some nice treasures for us as well. Is this Hound Skull any better? No, not really. It's worse. Alright, well, honestly, good try. There's still someone within our VoIP range, so there's someone somewhere. Honestly, couldn't tell if that guy wanted to fight or not, but... the way he was, like, moving from side to side made me think he probably did. You see that? There was, like, a light at that back door. I think someone's in the Hellshrine room that we came from. Yeah, they just opened the door. Okay, well, poor guy. Not sure what that was. Looked like a low gear rogue, probably. Now there's no one within our VoIP range. It'll take a little while to kill this mob with a crossbow, but yeah, I don't know. The crossbow, like, is so nice. Even after, like, the few nerfs it's got, it really should probably have another one. I don't know, its damage is so front-loaded, though, which is probably why it feels so oppressive, because, like, it just immediately hits you with, like, a big, you know, 40 damage blast or something, right? Which, like, most classes can't really just insta-hit you with a big hit like that. Let's check for high-tier treasures. Take our crossbow bolt from his body. It's a high-tier rondel, but who cares? We'll open up these boxes here. We'll open up this blue as well. Of course, still on the lookout for upgrades. However, it's mainly jewelry, and I don't think you can actually get jewelry from these boxes. No. There's probably not many people left in the raid right now. Let's pop a health potion. Let's pop this bandage. And then we'll head further to the east. We'll probably be taking a red soon. I kind of just would like to get an idea of how many players are actually left in the game. I feel like there's probably not too many. But we'll see. The only thing is with a longsword is I don't really like the... oh, okay. I don't really like the attack pattern too much. Especially in longsword duels. I guess it is good for the duels because the initial stab is kind of hard to parry. At least if you're someone who doesn't know what you're doing, like me. Okay, well that's convenient. That red just opened up immediately. However, we can definitely run back and take that. But I think for now, as I said, we kind of want to do a bit more scouting and see who there is in the lobby, if there's anyone. I assume there is. It would be really early for there to be no one. I imagine it's just in our little zone currently, there's no one. I hear the spider down below, the, like, big giant spider. Okay, yeah, someone within VoIP range. Not sure where. Probably to the east, though. Probably killing wolf. Oh, no. Well, the wolves are alive, or at least one of them is. Let's go see. Hopefully we can get level 15 from this run and have all of our perks unlocked. It's been pretty good so far. We've been going pretty fast, but I guess the leveling does slow down quite significantly when you get to level, like, 10 plus. There's triple red right there waiting for us. It's 90 AP. Decent chest is all behind us that we can grab. Someone's still here. There. Barbarian? Oh, he's opened up all the portals. We're not going to be able to kill him, but maybe we can hit like a crossbow headshot and then he'll have to use some more meds. Pro tip, reload your crossbow like early. There's a hand shot. So we're never going to kill him there. It's just going to... Maybe he has to use a few more meds now. We can get one more dungeon portal. Maybe he's left some loot in here. Although it's looking like it's probably pretty fully looted, to be honest. Yeah, screw it. Let's just head down. Okay, hey there, guys. Into the crypts now. The only problem with that inventory right now is we just have too much... too many throwables, honestly. Wow, that actually did clip us. This room's pretty annoying to clear sometimes. Ideally, you like to kill the zombies before you get gas clouds, but honestly, quite often here, you're not able to kill them in time. Okay, perfect. Right. Probably won't have anything good from any of these. Actually, I had a blue on the zombie, surprising. Maybe a bandage from the mummy? Yeah, perfect. Okay, let's go ahead. Wait for the gas clouds. These things do magic damage, goes through all your PDR. It's kind of annoying. Especially the nightmare ones in hell. My god, those things absolutely destroy you. You just kind of disintegrate whilst you're in them. Now again, I probably would like to try and kill that skeleton champion again. Just chance of the golden key. Pretty low chance, but either way, a chance. Not too many things that you can get a just straight up golden key from, so... That's why I don't really like the swings of the longsword so much as well. They are a little bit... what's the word? A little bit at risk of smashing into walls and things. Unnecessary hit there. But usually it's okay. It's not as bad as this White-Hander or something, the War Maul, but... I guess you do have that just first attack, which just immediately pokes, right? So, can't complain too much about the attack pattern of the longsword. Honestly, two magical damage is like a pretty good find. Let's drop the bolts, I guess, for now. Don't need that many. Another potion, we'll definitely pop that. I keep getting hit by these little dragonflies, but they don't really do too much damage, so it's just a bit annoying, really. Okay. Yeah, let's fit that somewhere. Do we need this many Franciscas? Like, no, probably not, but let's drop the bottle instead. Although now it's gonna be really awkward to actually, like, manage our inventory, because we have quite a lot of two-slot consumables. In fact, I want to try and find that barbarian so we can actually fight him and hopefully use some of these consumables. Oh. Let's make sure we aggro the mage as well. So let's say I can't actually see him. So slow, but should honestly be able to kill this guy's crossbow bolts as long as he doesn't cast the invulnerability thing. Okay, nice. Got him just before. Now, this room here, to our west. Let's drop a green gold bowl. We can, if we find a blue one, sure, we'll take it, but... it has a few high tier mobs. It has both a skeleton champion and a wraith, which we could take out and get some pretty good gear. The only thing is, you definitely want somewhere to choose them. And there are a few good options. I think the room to the south might be the easiest. Halberd, but it's not really good enough. Repel de Fur as well, definitely one of the better options for this fighter build. It doesn't slow you by as much as the Hound Skull or the Armut. Gives you extra agility, a little bit of action speed. But less defenses, a bit less, like, raw damage. But as I was saying, like, balancing your stats is so important in solos. Like, in trios, it's obviously, you can wear full plate. It's not really that bad for you. You can still be buffed by, you know, a wizard or whatever. Okay, so that's the other Wraith room. So let's head west. Now, hopefully we can cut through this without actually aggroing any of the PvE. Then we can clear out the room to the south, and then we can head back. Someone is within our VoIP range. I noticed a few moments ago it wasn't here, the VoIP icon, and now it is, which I think... Okay, this has already been cleared. There. Barbarian. Definitely down to fight this Barbarian. Probably have to kill this as well. I was going to say, I imagine this isn't dead yet. This room is very good for cheesing high tier mobs. So what you do is you just drag them down there and they can't jump up on that. This guy could... I feel like this guy might be invis-potted. Or maybe not. Oh, that's a Wraith. Well, I was right. This guy was invis-potted. Okay. I thought he was invis-potted. Now, this is Barbarian. We don't want to just run into him and fight in melee immediately. We'd like to get some poke on him before, ideally. Bad misses there. Let's take this so he can't use this. Guy's already low. Otherwise, he probably wouldn't be trying to take the Hell Shrine. Now, Barbarian, of course, has the advantage in a straight-up melee 1v1. We probably outgear him a little bit by the look of it. God damn. But now he's probably in a better position, like on the map. In fact, screw it. What do we care? Let's just drag this guy back through here, and let's cheese him on the spot here. We have a little bit of time left before we're going to have to leave this room. Okay. I'm honestly surprised that I missed the, Oh my god, these are bad hits. Why am I getting hit so many? I'm surprised that I missed both the throwables on him, actually. Whilst I thought he was invis-potted. Oh, these are really bad hits that I'm taking. So much unnecessary damage. Lockpicks, very good crossbow. Very nice crossbow upgrade. Can still hear this guy fighting mobs somewhere. Just right through there. So it's going to be a bit awkward to get to him. Unless we can... Okay, we can just sneak through here without pulling... Okay, no, we did pull. One archer. Should just be able to kill this guy without... Yeah, much trouble. Only thing is... Let's pop a few more meds. What? Okay, it's the Wraith. What skeleton mage is that? It's the one down in church, I think, down there. And the thing is, with this static being open, it's going to be hard to try and get this guy. There was a blue out here. Let's go and open this just in case. Honestly, soon we're going to be running out of time. This is going to be a bit of an awkward place now. The guy's no longer in our VoIP range, so probably either just left or died. Don't know which. But yeah, that was the demonstration that I was trying to look for of the PvE there. You can do that with the Wraith as well. The Wraith's actually easier. It doesn't actually lunge at you as hard when it attacks. At least on that location. However, I believe Skeleton Key generally has better loot. Sorry, Skeleton Champion generally has better loot. Let's try... Did we just leave? I'd like to try and get these golden chests lockpicked. But the Wraith is going to be like a pain. Yeah, no, we're not going to be able to. Whatever. If this guy hits us, he's going to slow us. We'll do one more ruins after this, and then we'll probably go to hell in that one. So let's see. 858 AP, not too bad. Unfortunately, only level 13. We are a decent way to level 14, though. This is just how much XP you get in Highroller. 326 gold from our sellables. Alright, we've sorted our inventory out, bought some more meds, bought another campfire, stashed away a lot of the stuff, sold the boots we had, stashed the necklace and things like that. Very good crossbow. I'm happy we found this. This was such a huge upgrade. I think we went from 38 damage to 44, then of course plus the extra 1, so 45, then plus an additional 5 physical power. This is a pretty solid crossbow. Magical interaction speed, unironically, might help us sometimes. That's a very high roll, 15%. Yeah, pretty unlikely. Let's go ahead and head into another ruins run. This is probably the final run of the video, whether we live or die. Let's see. Okay, hey there guys, we're into our final run of the video, probably. Not sure how long this has been getting, but... First of all, let's immediately check if the Skeleton Champion is alive in this building down here. Again, golden keys. One day I'll get one. Hopefully not on this character, hopefully on one of my main characters, but either way, a golden key's a golden key, I guess. With how lucky we've got on some of the gear today, honestly wouldn't be that surprised. So we're probably going to take a hit here because I wasn't quite in range to actually kill it quick enough. But no worries, we bought plenty of meds. I actually bought like extra. This is quite often now how many meds I'm bringing to a raid. I'm bringing like at least 6 health potions and 6 bandages. Perfect. Okay, he actually is alive. God. If you're good, yeah, you can actually just parry this guy and fight him normally. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to cheese him because why would I risk it? Need him to come a little bit closer. Yeah, this is like the perfect spot to cheese him. Perfect headshots. He never swings. Well, I say never. He does sometimes, but sometimes, most of the time, he'll just stand there. Alright, I guess now... Maybe I'm just gaslighting everyone. Maybe he just attacks on, like, cooldown. Try and keep an eye out to see if anyone's pushing us. Quite often, some people will push you at the spawn. People want the Skeleton Champion Golden Key. If you do get one, there's actually a very good extract just right there. Which opens up quite early on in the game. You might have to camp a little bit, but it's okay. As long as you bring enough meds, should be fine. Unfortunate. Pretty good quarterstaff here. 3 weapon damage, plus 4% armor penetration. Pretty solid, honestly. He's quite a lot of meds there. It's not a good start, but hey. This is why we bring so many meds. We'll take more bolts for now. We're probably not going to need that many, but... You can always just drop them later. Nice. It's nice to get some meds back. There was a treasure in there, which I wanted. Yeah, whatever. The only thing I will say about selling gear at the moment, it has to be very good, otherwise people just won't actually buy it. Like, that quarterstaff, it probably will sell, to be honest, for a decent amount. I guess we will take it. The only thing is, like, it's quite an awkward thing to carry around in your inventory because it's so bloody big. But 42 weapon damage, armor penetration, slash, and buff duration bonus also applies to, like, a Barbarian's Rage or, you know, a Cleric's Buff, something like that. There's someone close here. Warlock. Good shot to start off the fight. Okay, Phantomize is kind of annoying, actually. Let's sprint and try and keep up with this guy. The thing is, he is walking into mobs. We hit him again there, but he's not quite dead. Oh, what a shot there. Dropped him from that far away. That was a nice shot. I'm going to pat myself on my back a bit there, verbally. Gotta just be patient with the archers again, as I was saying, being patient with PvE. That's how you take damage, is just by not being patient. Case in point, that skeleton archer. Earlier this run, the skeleton champions that I've been fighting and getting hit by. It's all about not being patient. Let's go take a look at what this guy had on him. He had some gear. He wasn't pure base kit. He had like the knowledge chest on. Oh, okay. Notice still our VoIP icon's here, so someone else is somewhat close. Not sure exactly how close, of course, but relatively close. Alright, where did we actually drop this guy? I think it was like around here somewhere. Yeah, there. Those are some pretty nice crossbow shots. Unfortunately for this guy, his movement he wasn't like switching his movement up enough. If he was moving more side to side, it would have been much more difficult to deal with that. We do lose a bit of defense if we go for this, but we will get a bit more damage. I think we'll keep the higher defense right now. It might be a mistake, but I think right now I prefer having like that, as I say, that decent mixture. Plus with a crossbow, I don't appreciate having that much added magic damage. I prefer that normally when I'm running bows, because obviously you're able to put arrows down range a lot quicker. Okay, this would actually be a perfect time to loot this golden chest. Try and hit the skill shots. Okay, luckily we've got 3. By skill shots, I of course mean skill checks. Honestly, probably the worst golden chest I've ever seen. Not gonna lie. Okay, got sent to bloody... decent heavy gloves there, but let's not worry about them. See if there's any high tier stuff here. Probably not. The only thing is with runes is there's not too many locked chests, I don't think. We should go ahead and loot the lion's head. I'm not stuck down in the next area where we came from. I believe there's actually 2. I think one's locked and one isn't locked. Okay. Someone's already looted this one. I guess it was probably the warlock. Yeah, unfortunate. Oh, that's... I mean, I think those lanterns, the +2 weapon damage, sell for... like, 100, maybe 150 gold on the market. So, like, they're decent, but you can do better. Always check the wolves that you kill, because they can drop wolf pelts, which are quite rare. You need them for a quest, and they also sell pretty well on the market. Aside from that, this chest sometimes, I believe, is a lion's head. Not always, as you can see. Someone's dropped some white treasures. For some reason, I can't loot that one, but whatever. Just wanted to check what tier it was, mainly. Right, again, no one in our VoIP range, so we're pretty good to just chill. If that magical power was something else, we probably would swap over. In fact, I think we will swap over. Yeah, I think we will. We'll lose tankiness, but we'll... dealing a bit more damage. Let's actually check our physical power out with the crossbow out. Yeah, 17% bonus damage with this much physical power and strength and stuff. Pretty good. Someone's already been here. This chest is open. Someone's close. I think I know where they are. I think they're down in that area, like... here? Yeah. What's that? No. There will be no friendly spam here. Oh my god, straight in the face. I think I'm getting better with the crossbow. Let's take a look. This guy is probably pretty low gear, yeah. Any... ooh. I think we will actually go back over to the that hound skull. That's a pretty good hound skull. Lockpicks for us, protection potion. I'm sure it's getting a little bit awkward again now already. Candy canes. Moldy bread is good. I think I left some moldy bread in the previous run, which people are probably going to be annoyed about, but I don't plan to play this character much, so we're probably not going to be using it for quests or anything, and I might delete it soon, so we probably won't actually be, like, trading with it either, so... Okay, that's a bit annoying. Yeah, I guess that's a good tip. If you fought a ranger, if you've seen a ranger, always be wary for traps, but sometimes it doesn't matter. Gotta be careful in here. There could be the cockatrice. The boxes are still here, so we can't easily cheese it. There's a health potion there that someone's just left for some reason. We'll go ahead and grab that. That sounded like a longsword. We've got another longsword gamer on our hands. What's up? Hello, gamers. Okay, okay. I would fight those guys. But you know what's going to happen if I try and fight those guys? I'm going to get teamed by both of them. And I'm not down for that. The fighter looks probably similar gear levels to us. The guy in the back, I think, was a ranger. So all that's going to happen is the ranger's just going to sit... Oh, sorry. The fighter's just going to sit there defending against us. And the ranger's going to pepper us from range. Unfortunate. I don't like, I don't mind being friendly to people sometimes, but people are just way too friendly in Highroller. I understand, because that's how the current ranking system works. But, like, so many people are friendly. Like, if I teabagged and, or did the crouch spam in this to everyone I come across, do you think we would have engaged a single player? Like, probably that one guy who wanted to have the longsword battle. Although, I'm out-gearing him, so I feel like if I offered the friendly crouch spam, he probably would have taken it. But what we're gonna do is we're just gonna keep space between us and them. Hopefully we don't have to run into them again. We did, of course, get this ring, but this ring is pretty terrible. I guess a little bit of armor penetration is okay. Resourcefulness speeds up our looting a little bit. Honestly, we've probably got most things on the map right now, like... there's a goblet or something there, but let's just not worry about it. I think the circle's so small now that it means that the those guys already took reds. I imagine they will not be going blues. My mic for some reason didn't seem to be working in game when I was trying to talk. The wolves, if you're not that slow, you can easily just sidestep and not get hit by them. Easier for the normal ones. If you're wearing plate, you might get hit. You might be a bit too slow, especially if you have a heavy weapon set out and you're going slow. Alright, anyway, let's make our way down into the crypts and see what we can do down there. Hopefully we're not going to encounter those teamers again, but we probably will. Okay. Corner spawn, so... Okay, thankfully we're not going to have to be chasing the zone all game. That's nice. The spearman, you can duck that, but I don't think it's 100% consistent for some reason. So I don't know if you can actually always duck that. Generally, you just want to strafe left. Not versus these, I'm just demonstrating for those, because they, that, like, poke that they have is kind of awkward to block or dodge sometimes, so just strafe around them to the left and you'll be okay. Broken skull, quest item. Should I progress this? I already have a fighter, so I don't think I really want to progress another fighter. So I think we're just going to leave that for now. If I was interested in progressing the quests, definitely take that broken skull. You need them pretty early. I think they're like for like the second quest for one of the characters. Plate pants, nope, we're not using them. Slow you down too much. Again, I feel like they're okay in duos and trios, but in solos, not really. Whilst wizards are quite rare, warlocks are not, and both of them will just kite you forever and eventually probably kill you, as long as the wizard doesn't run out of spells or the warlock runs out of health or something, which... That's on them, you know? While you can do your best to try and dodge... I was gonna say, I think unfortunately we're gonna have to waste our crossbow bolt on this, like, webbing. Okay, I actually don't think either of those were headshots. I think we just two-body shot that crossbow man, which is nice. Make sure we focus the pot so we're not having to deal with just endless hordes of spiders. We one-shot that one because it already took damage from the spike trap. That's why I was waiting, if you were curious why I was waiting to just shoot that crossbowman. I was waiting for him to shoot first so the web disappeared, but looks like they actually don't. They just wait for you to shoot, so it's whatever. Slows us down a little bit. Right, let's head... There is a wraith that we can kill. Okay, let's head in this way, actually. There is also a health shrine that we could have used somewhere close, instead of actually using more meds. I forget where exactly, but it's one of these rooms somewhere close. This room is going to spawn a bunch of mummies when we walk in. There it is, yeah. So that probably would have been the smarter decision. That also stops, of course, anyone else from using it. Not that there's probably likely to be anyone here. Of course, those two teamers, I'm almost certain, will have taken it, and they'll be down here as well. When most people in the lobby are friendly, people are, you know, more inclined to take reds unless they've got some very good stuff in their inventory. I just wanted the treasure for that. Right, let's go ahead and go and grab this right after we kill this mummy. Doing pretty good damage with the longsword right now, I'm enjoying it. Now, if you're unaware, the bigger the treasure is, like the more slots it takes in your inventory, it's generally, like, I can have this, which is 4 slots. This is less efficient than having 4 blue, like, individual 1-slot treasures, right? Which makes sense. So, sometimes it can be, you know, more efficient to just drop. If you find, like, a big green scroll or something, yeah, it doesn't bother. I'll keep single-slot scrolls, but we're not going to keep, sorry, I'll keep single-slot greens, but we're not going to be taking big, multi-slot green treasures. I'm going to have to drop something else here. Let's drop this explosive bowl. Wait, what did I just pick up? A lantern. Actually, a decent lantern, but can't trade for now, so I'm not going to hold on to that. It would just be going to the vendor. Decent option, but I said we're not going to use meds, but then we needed to actually create some inventory space, so we used meds. So never mind on that one. We'll probably go ahead and up here and try and kill the wraith. No, let's head from this direction, actually. I prefer going it from this way, especially where the zone is right now. We'd have to walk through the room. That room has a lot of ranged mobs. It's a bit annoying to deal with as a fighter, especially without a shield. If you have a shield, you're okay. This room can be pretty annoying as well. Spawns a bunch of mummies, I think. Maybe just one. I think if you explore around and stuff a bit, there's actually like a lot more mummies. There's probably some decent loot down here as well. But I actually want to go and demonstrate the Wraith cheese. And hopefully we can actually find the Skeleton Champion as well. Of course, if the Skeleton Swordsman hits from the your left, it will always double swing. If it hits from the right, it will only be one swing. You can use that to easily dodge.
Oh, my friend.
Hello.
Oh, my friend. Man, can you give me bandage and cloaks, please?
Give you what?
Finish. Bandage.
I have 2.
I not give no one, man. Okay, I 1 and give you 1, okay?
Okay. I guess we could fight this guy. It's a warlock. Good luck, my friend. Don't ask the accent. I have no idea. I'm not liking this. I feel like we're going to get a blow of corruption to the back of the head, but if he pulls out his weapon, I'm going to be a lot more cautious. He's pulled out his weapon. He's used blow of corruption on the mobs. I don't feel like he is going to betray us. He already had good options too if he wanted to. He's actually a demon plate warlock, so I respect that. He's getting a bit too close. I'm not appreciating how close he's getting to us, I'm not gonna lie. I guess now I am the teamer. I'm down to team with demon plate warlock enjoyers. I respect it. Of course it's a mimic. I'd still like to collect, like, I don't have much of an idea of how good loot these, Chests drop. Which is the main thing. I'm not oh my god, that's actually a crazy good Pavis. Alright, skeleton champion room in here. No, never mind. I'm looking at the map wrong. Wow, this is not what I was expecting today. Okay. No, you didn't. It's okay. For some reason, I struggle to talk in VoIP with my normal voice. I always go to put an accent on. It's cringe.
What the fuck?
It's getting kited. Well, we'll be taking the first blue out of here that we find. I don't really feel like... I was planning to go to hell, but... I guess, honestly, if there's any time that you go to hell, it's gonna be when you have teammates in solo, but... Yeah... I don't know. I wanted to have, like, an extra challenge when we went to hell to some extent. There will, of course, be a challenge to hell. Hell is still hell. It's still designed for 3 players to not be an easy experience. I'm keep just waiting for the double shot, if you're wondering what I'm doing on this guy, but he's just not sending the double shot. This is the only archer I think I've ever fought that just doesn't send the double shot. That's interesting. He's single-shotted like that many times in a row. Crazy. Alright, I think those are portals. Well, obviously there's definitely portals. Let's go ahead and see if they're blue or red, and if they're blue, we're just gonna head out of here. Good luck to that guy. I hope his demon plate treats him well. More Franciscas. Do we have any white Franciscas? We do, yeah. Where are the portals? Are they up above here? Or are they down below in this room? Okay, it was just one. One blue, but that's good enough for us. It's a bit of a mess here. Kind of ducked into that headshot there. I actually can't believe we didn't... Oh, it's Nightmare, that one. I was wondering why it didn't die from one hit. I'll salute the Nightmare mob, see what it's got. Yeah, pretty garbage. I wish they'd buffed Nightmare mob loot as well. I guess they... Maybe just they have normal, like, mob tables. It's generally pretty, like... pretty terrible. Let's kill the skeleton, and let's make our way out of here. He'll probably hit us here, but who cares? Intact skull, again, if we're going to be questing, we'd be taking that. But we're just going to be out of here. Let's see how much AP and how much gold we got from this. So this guy's running spellless warlock. Actually has some okay gear. Physical healing, magical power, some strength. Yeah, Blow of Corruption, Phantomize. It's pretty much running identical to what I was running in the video, actually. Not that I innovated it or anything. Was there anyone else in here? Yeah, there was that teaming fighter. Let's take a look at his gear. Yeah, his gear is pretty good. Would be a nice, fun skill matchup against this guy. Looks like the archer's already either left or died. Not sure which. But anyway, let's make our way out. Okay, well, we did get to level 15. So we can also, of course, trade all these things. So the final perk I'd probably run with this setup would either be... Honestly, there's a few options. Shield Mastery is pretty good. This works when you don't have a shield. This works with, whilst you're just blocking with the longsword. So you just get 10% movement speed bonus whilst you're blocking. Adrenaline Spike is also another decent option. Barricade, again, another decent option. Combo Attack is okay. However, I feel like this is a bit buggy, so I don't really like running Combo Attack that much. Again, Counter Attack, another good option. There's plenty of good options for Fighter. I'd personally would probably... I still want to experiment a bit more with Adrenaline Spike, so I'd probably run Adrenaline Spike. This doesn't just affect your attacking, this also affects things like your block animations and reload animations for the crossbow, stuff like that. So, it's a bit versatile. That's 285 gold from the various sellables we have. Of course, we have plenty more loot on us as well. We have Moldy Bread quest item, Grave Essence quest item, Golden Teeth quest item, along with 15 candy canes. We also have this pretty high tier Purple Quarterstaff, which we could sell on the market. Maybe a few hundred, not exactly sure. Plenty of different potions and things, but I think that's going to be it for today, guys. So we went from level 1, we're now, of course, level 15. Pretty solid kit, I'm not going to lie. We got a bit lucky here, especially with some of these items like the crossbow. Thank you for watching. If you've watched this far and you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate likes massively. If you want to see more like this, subscriptions go a long way to helping you for that and also helping me out. Thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.